Yu Hao speculated that Xian was trying to delay him by disorienting him, but he remained confident it wouldn't work. To counter the smoke, Yu Hao conjured a frost field, believing freezing the smoke was the best strategy. However, Xian knew the smoke alone wouldn't be enough to stop Yu Hao, hinting at another plan. Xian triggered the smoke ball's self-destruct feature. Yu Hao was taken aback, questioning if the smoke ball was still tracking him and if it was about to explode. Xian wondered if Yu Hao was implying that she should maintain a safe distance at all times. Yu Hao clarified to Xian that his ice abilities had advanced and were now more complex. Xian commented on the freezing temperature, struggling even to keep her smoke. She admitted that Yu Hao was not one to be delayed easily and sarcastically admitted that her goal had been achieved. Out of nowhere, Chen emerged with a mighty blade, causing Yu Hao to question the origin of this newfound power. Yu Hao surveyed the scene and detected a stillness in the air. He realized a duel was taking place at the Spirit Guidance Master Sparring Grounds. Acknowledging the potent combination of mental and spiritual power, Xian commented on the energy, expressing uncertainty about the outcome. Xian pondered whether Chen had emerged victorious. Chen then cautioned Yu Hao to be vigilant as he advanced with formidable force. Yu Hao tried to defend himself with his abilities, sparking a fierce exchange between them. Xian alerted Chen to the chilling aura emanating from his sword. Intrigued by the technique, Chen inquired about its style. Yu Hao revealed it as Snowless Chill, a new spirit technique he had recently mastered. Despite Chen admitting defeat, Yu Hao assured him he hadn't truly lost. Commending Chen for understanding the synergy of mental and spiritual strength and creating his realm, Yu Hao asked for the name of Chen's domain. Chen informed Yu Hao about the name of his domain, which he called Solitude. Yu Hao admitted that his domain was not yet complete and that he needed Xian's help. Sensing that Chen hadn't fully unleashed his power, Yu Hao expressed his desire to test Chen's strength if given the opportunity. Chen seemed puzzled for a moment, before asking Yu Hao if he planned to stay at Shrek Academy. Yu Hao confirmed this and asked Chen why he was asking. Yu Hao then suggested that they might consider visiting Shrek Academy themselves. Xian jokingly remarked that if Yu Hao were to leave and they couldn't find anyone decent to spar with at Shrek Academy, they would have to find him there. Yu Hao asked if she was serious, to which she playfully responded. Yu Hao then questioned whether they would have to endure being beaten up by his seniors if they were to come to Shrek Academy. Chen agreed, saying that it would be their best option. Yu Hao looked at his palm and admitted to Chen that he felt completely powerless in front of him. He praised Chen's determination, comparing it to a sharp sword that posed a threat to control-type soul masters. Yu Hao expressed his determination to convince Chen to stay if he were to go to Shrek Academy. However, he mentioned that before he left, he still needed to meet one more person. Bishop noticed that Yu Hao had experienced a growth spurt, particularly noticing his pair of vibrant eyes. He pondered the possibility that Yu Hao might have aspirations to join Radiant Hall, but quickly dismissed the idea as unlikely.
Do you want to know the name of this manga, along with all the manga names of the recaps we did in our channel? How about also the chapter numbers our recaps end? You can simply ask the names in our Discord community for free or become a donor to get them all in one place. You can either be a donor in Patreon or be a member in our YouTube channel. Just scan this QR code or go to the link in the description to become a donor. Moreover, becoming a donor automatically makes you a VIP member of our Discord server with over tens of thousands of members.
Yu Hao then expressed his gratitude to the bishop for the care he had received over the past 2 years. Since he would be departing the following day, he hoped that Bishop would accept a small token of appreciation from him. Bishop was taken aback by Yu Hao's gift offer, which made him recognize him as a thoughtful individual. He mentioned that none of his other students had ever displayed such consideration. However, Bishop remarked that the gift was a simple spirit device, lacking refinement and seemingly forced. With that, Yu Hao bid farewell as Bishop looked on, puzzled. Bishop examined the object and wondered if Yu Hao intended to mock him for not imparting any knowledge to him in the past few years. Despite his initial skepticism, Bishop decided to open the present and was pleasantly surprised. He soon realized that it could store spirit power and with a mechanism, could release it directly. Bishop directed Lin Jiayi to bring Yu Hao back and proceeded to interrogate him about his intentions, urging him to speak up. Yu Hao seemed puzzled by the question, claiming he was unsure. Bishop scolded Yu Hao for feigning ignorance and probed further, questioning if the objective was merely to browse. He then delved into the details of the payment system and insisted that Yu Hao reveal his desired amount. Yu Hao revealed that he had created the charging mechanism structure as a gift for Bishop during his free time. However, Bishop was adamant that Yu Hao stop pretending and instead give him an opening price if he wanted to sell it. This request puzzled Yu Hao, who asked Bishop if he really wanted to purchase it. Yu Hao hesitated, mentioning that the price for the structure was quite high. Bishop urged him to speak up, and even questioned if he was being stingy. Finally, Yu Hao disclosed that the structure consisted of 3 pieces of level 9 soul devices. Bishop was taken aback by Yu Hao's revelation and questioned his belief in the abundance of level 9 soul devices in Radiant Hall. He made it clear that these devices were the result of hard work by numerous spirit masters and suspected Yu Hao of trying to deceive him. In response, Yu Hao swiftly suggested that if Bishop found it excessive, perhaps 2 or even 1 piece would be sufficient. Bishop pondered whether he should immediately dismiss Yu Hao, but he realized it wasn't the right time. He expressed curiosity about Yu Hao's charging mechanism structure, acknowledging that the Sun Moon Empire hadn't yet achieved such technological advancements. With this breakthrough, Bishop believed they could create a spirit device troupe that was accessible even to ordinary individuals, leaving a remarkable legacy in history. Bishop urged Yu Hao to propose an offer that would satisfy everyone, emphasizing that level 9 soul devices were non-negotiable. As Lin Jiayi poured water for the bishop, they engaged in conversation. Curiosity got the better of Yu Hao, who couldn't help but ask if the water was poisoned. This question seemed to ignite the bishop's anger, but he quickly reassured Yu Hao that he would never stoop so low as to use poison in his position. Yu Hao wasn't surprised by this response, as he had heard that Bishop Jing Hongchen was a ruthless and ambitious individual known for his formidable nature. However, Yu Hao couldn't help but wonder if the bishop's only flaw might be his stubbornness. Moving on from the topic of poison, Yu Hao acknowledged that not having level 9 soul devices was acceptable. He then proposed a question to the bishop, asking if it would be possible to exchange these devices for materials, as per the bishop's instructions. Yu Hao presented a list of items for the potential exchange, including 50,000 kilograms of purple gold copper, 100 kilograms of extraterrestrial meteoric steel, 500 kilograms of Radiant Hall's custom-made star moon alloy, 50,000 kilograms of sky spirit silver, 1,000 pieces of underworld quartz measuring 10 cm square each, 50 kilograms of sun essence gold, and 80 pieces of silver dragon scales. Bishop Jing Hongcheng raised doubts about Yu Hao's motives, questioning whether he was trying to clear out Radiant Hall's warehouse. He pointed out that the items Yu Hao had listed didn't appear much different from the 3 level 9 soul devices. Yu Hao proposed further negotiation, asking Bishop to identify which item he considered excessive and offering to adjust the quantities accordingly. However, Bishop insisted that everything on the list was excessive. He emphasized the scarcity of silver dragon scales, mentioning that there were only 180 left in the entire Sun Moon Empire, with a history dating back over 3,000 years. Bishop informed Yu Hao that he could only provide 10% of the requested amount, and nothing more. Yu Hao was adamant that he couldn't go any lower than 90, and wondered if this came across as ruthless bargaining. Bishop, on the other hand, declined, explaining that he lacked the authority to directly use the items since they belonged to the Sun Moon Empire. Yu Hao argued that he held significant authority just below one man and above everyone else, implying that the decision could be easily made. He then suggested that he receive 80%. Bishop countered, stating that he could only increase the offer by 20% and no more, expressing his desire to bring the negotiation to a close. Undeterred, Yu Hao persisted, asking if 80% was possible, and proposed a compromise of 50%. However, Bishop angrily told him to leave. The Sun Moon Empire Royal Spirit Academy and Shrek Academy threw a magnificent farewell bash to mark the conclusion of their exchange event. Yu Hao expressed his optimism for future opportunities to strengthen their bonds through more exchanges. Later, Bishop pulled Yu Hao aside and agreed to provide him with half of the requested goods. Yu Hao considered Bishop to be a reliable person and was grateful for their agreement. Bishop then inquired about the goods Yu Hao had asked for. Yu Hao assured Bishop that everything was ready and handed over the designs and drawings. He reassured Bishop that there was no need to worry, and even invited him to open and inspect the contents. Bishop accepted the items and left, but before he left, he paused and commented to Yu Hao that it would have been great if he were a disciple. Although Yu Hao couldn't help but feel disappointed, he realized that he couldn't blame himself for the situation. In the vibrant city of Maple Leaf, Yu Hao and his companions bid farewell to the Sun Moon Empire and embarked on a journey northward to the venue of the student exchange meeting. Principal Yan greeted Bishop Hongchen with warmth, and the two exchanged a firm handshake. Bishop Hongchen couldn't help but comment on how Principal Yan hadn't changed a bit. Grateful, Principal Yan acknowledged that Bishop Hongchen had brought his grandchildren back to him in full. He praised the students for their unwavering dedication and remarkable progress over the past couple of years. Principal Yan expressed his heartfelt desire for more opportunities, such as the recent exchange program, to foster cultural exchange in the future. Bishop Chen made it clear that he wanted to have a more in-depth discussion about the matter once he returned. He expressed his desire for more opportunities for exchange that would be beneficial for both countries. Watching their warm interaction, Yu Hao couldn't help but wonder if people would mistake them for old friends. After saying their goodbyes, Principal Yan questioned why Bishop Chen seemed so eager to leave and assured him that they wouldn't hold him back any longer. As Bishop left, Principal Yan couldn't help but wonder why he was in such a hurry, wondering if something had happened. Yu Hao was also puzzled by Bishop Chen's sudden departure, but Principal Yang advised them to let it go and not dwell on the bishop's actions. He then warmly welcomed them back. Principal Yan suggested that since they didn't have to rush back, they should enjoy a leisurely meal. He mentioned that Maple Leaf City had a wide variety of delicious food, which excited the students. As Yu Hao approached Principal Yan, he discreetly requested a private conversation. They made their way to a secluded room where Principal Yang used his spirit power to create a barrier, ensuring their conversation would remain confidential. Yu Hao wasted no time in expressing his concerns about Bishop Jinghong Chen, believing that he posed a threat to their safety and might take action during their journey home. The two principals were taken aback and asked for further explanation. Principal Yan questioned whether Jinghong Chen intended to violate their mutual respect. To support his suspicions, Yu Hao revealed a ring that Bishop Jinghong Chen had given him. This revelation implicated the ring in his concerns and raised even more questions. Yu Hao then disclosed that he had exchanged numerous precious metals with Bishop Chen using a single design drawing before their departure. Principal Xian attempted to inspect the items, but his efforts were met with anger. Principal Yan, frustrated, questioned if Yu Hao had robbed the entire Radiant Hall's secret warehouse. Yu Hao clarified that he believed Jinghong Chen might ambush them during their journey back and attempt to reclaim those items, further deepening the mystery and tension surrounding their situation. Principal Yan's statement made it clear that Bishop Chen's capabilities needed to be evaluated for a potential attack. To gather suggestions, Principal Yan turned to Yu Hao, surprising him with the request for his input. Yu Hao couldn't help but wonder if the principal genuinely valued his opinion, and if this signaled a rise in his status. Principal Yan recognized Yu Hao's significant contributions to the academy, highlighting the impressive number of design drawings he had submitted over the past 2 years, which almost single-handedly supported the Spirit Device Division. Furthermore, Principal Yan informed Yu Hao that all the elders had approved his entry into Sea God's Pavilion. The news of joining Sea God's Pavilion left Yu Hao astonished. Principal Yan confirmed this, emphasizing that Yu Hao would become a member of the pavilion at the young age of 17, earning him the title of a prodigy at Shrek Academy. Principal Yan then proposed a change in their way of addressing each other, suggesting that Yu Hao refer to him as senior to maintain proper seniority. Yu Hao proposed the idea of splitting up, believing that Jinghong Chen's main objective was the ring. He thought that traveling with other students could potentially put everyone in danger, so he thought it would be more convenient to travel independently.